Hi guys, my Binti Love Seekers. I'm your host, Binti Love. I am an entertainment news reporter, reporting news events here in Maryland and the Kennedy Center and other news. Okay guys, take this time out right now and hit that subscription button. Okay, let's get into it guys. Okay, so I am reviewing Basketball Wives LA guys. Yes. Season 11, episode 21. Did I think this deserved 5 stars? Not really. So I gave them 4 out of 5 stars. Okay. Here's all the beautiful ladies. Okay, so point number 1, let me comment and say Evelyn does New York really good with the big hoops. I love that. Represent the culture, Evelyn definitely does. I would like to see her visit her family more in New York. The family aspect of being a wife is a little bit absent here in these episodes, and I think that's been for a few seasons. And a mother of the family needs to be shown more. Yeah, also Jackie with her soft side with her daughter I married through the years. Jackie is all around sweetheart. So I do like that. I loved when, if you guys were watching back then, again, Evelyn, when she went to see her father and her mother, and I think it's the Bronx, allegedly in New York. I loved how she connected to her family. I would like to see her family more on the show. Okay. Now, moving on to point number 2. Let me report. I think there might be a screw loose with Jennifer. Yeah, I think Jennifer Williams, I think there might be a screw loose. Her leaving because of the small room that might have fit Jackie's overall budget when traveling on her trip, if you guys remember that. Yeah, I thought, my thought was that Jackie gave Jen a smaller room because she was the oldest and probably would not have come out about it. And so, Jen, I love you, but you need to do some meditation and yoga, girlfriend. All said in love. Because you got to cut corners to keep the budget on these girl trips. Rich or not always have a budget. But I think these girls got Jackie wrong. No mental screws loose on her. She just has a quirky personality and wants to keep things fun and interesting when you've been rich as long as Jackie has. Yeah. So I just definitely wanted to report on that. I think that when Jennifer, oh my goodness, this room in this gorgeous hotel. And she got a smaller room. Because I really think Jackie was probably and now that I gave these other girls a smaller room, it might be a problem. And maybe she was trying to keep them all close together on the same floor or whatever like that, in the suite of rooms when she booked it, and that's all they had at the time. And so she felt like Jennifer, because Jennifer normally is not the one to come out like that. So I think that Jackie probably did the right thing by trying to have Jennifer be the one. But she didn't expect that, and that's probably why she was mad, because she really was not trying to come at Jennifer. Okay, now moving on to point number 3. A criticism is, Shawnee does not come on her own show enough. And remain a part of the friendship circle that she created and was a part of since the Brandy comments. If you guys remember the Brandy comments, when Brandy was it was a few seasons back, when Brandy was basically saying she's not Shawnee's not a nice person, and she looks down on other people and she thinks she's better than other people. being, allegedly Shaq's ex-wife, Shaquille O'Neal ex-wife, that she feels though she was better and more above other people. Yeah. Which I never really got that from Shawnee. I got Shawnee to be a doll, like she really gives people a lot of leeway and lets them say a lot of stuff, and she doesn't come out too much. But ever since then, the Brandy comments, she doesn't really seem to come on the show not that often. Um, I feel she can throw dinners and celebrations in LA more. Now that, she's wholesome since her marrying the pastor, not to say she wasn't wholesome before, but, I know Shawnee's marrying a pastor does have its levels of, she can't say or do anything that very inappropriate, but she never was that person anyway. So, Shawnee has been, very conservative friend in the group, and she basically remains as such. So this is not a bad group of women. At least it does not appear that they're a bad group of women. I don't feel like they are a bad group of women. It doesn't appear that way. And so I think that, I don't think it's a bad group of women. At least it doesn't meet the ISO. So they can stop the fighting on Married to Medicine too. Now, I feel there's no more fighting. I don't think it's a level of fighting on Basketball Wives, LA, more than anything that's happened to Married to Medicine and their doctors on the Bravo show. Franchise. So I feel like the Basketball Wives LA, they've had some moments in the beginning, years ago, but I don't think they do that anymore to that extent. That's just my opinion, allegedly. Yeah, I think, in my opinion, these are a great group of girls. Okay, now moving on to point number 4, the MVP moment. Is Jennifer and Evelyn sitting down together like old times? Nice, right? Yeah, so Jennifer and Evelyn sat down together like old times, and I think Jen needs the strength that Evelyn has to give. You know what I'm saying? And Jen has never been the same when the friendship took a hit a few years ago. Something about comments that allegedly Jennifer made about Evelyn or something with her family and some other stuff, and before that, stuff about Evelyn's ex-husband saying something allegedly like he was a media whore or something of that sort, where basically he was just only dating her for the fact that she was on Basketball Wives. And this is years ago. And but they're trying to get it back together, so I thought that was really a good moment. And, I feel like Jen felt more secure when her and Evelyn were tight. Evelyn was her ride or die, and, Evelyn would fight all her battles and things of that sort. And that's, I think, is what's missing with Jen. So I'm glad to see them sit down and things of that sort. Okay, now moving on to point number 5. The most loving moment is Shawnee and Jackie making out. Now, Shawnee and Jackie don't have that many run-ins. They haven't had too many beefs over the years. But when it has happened, I'm like, okay, is Jackie going to stay on the show? But apparently she is, and I don't know why they beef anyway, because they seem like they're so opposite that they will balance each other out. These girls have known each other for over 30 years or around that, or 25 years. Before, allegedly, Shawnee had her children who are in their 20s and maybe 30s now. Yeah, so I think that, that was the most loving moment. Point number 5 was seeing them together again and making out. Always like that. Okay. Okay, guys, now is this a research moment or a teachable moment, guys? Let's take a look and listen. This is Michellebilove now. Is this a teachable moment or a research moment? Here at the Michellebilove podcast, viewers try to guess which one it is with the Michellebilove podcast. Is this a research moment or a teachable moment, guys? Okay. Yes, so is this a research moment or a teachable moment? It is a teachable moment, which is try to make it work and fit. Try to make it work and fit. Salvage the relationship. Sometimes when you're giving up, it's because you're just tired. And sometimes you just feel like you're the only one in this partnership being friends or in a relationship, and your effort is just suitable elsewhere. And so that's the teachable moment. Salvage the relationship and the friendship. Try to make it work and fit. Okay, so that was the end of that review. Yes. And guys, you can catch me on iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, and on different platforms. And if you're like, I love what this girl's saying, I love her reviews, I want to send her some cash. You can cash at me at $ Michellebilove. And also, you can visit my website at www.bintilove.com. You can shop at my eBay and my Poshmark store, look at my book reviews and all other stuff I'm doing and when I'm traveling and all that type of stuff. And the reviews around town and things of that sort. Yes, definitely look for that. And okay, guys, so this about wraps that up. And let bygones be bygones and let love be your guiding force. Subscribe, guys, and share this video with 10 people and tell them to subscribe too. And like and comment below. You're watching and listening to the Michellebilove podcast. Subscribe. Bye, guys.